Hello students, I want to welcome you back to another lesson. And as you can see on the board, we're dealing with plotting coordinates. So that's our goal for today. And if you can see, here we have the y-axis and here we have the x-axis. So the first thing you need to know, if you're plotting a negative and a positive coordinate, you're going to plot in this area. If you're plotting a positive and positive coordinate, you're going to plot in this area. And if you're going to plot a negative and a negative coordinate, you're going to plot your coordinate in this area. Or if you're going to plot a positive and a negative coordinate, you're going to plot it in this area. Let's say you have negative 3, positive 2, you're going to plot it in this area. Let's say you have negative 2, negative 3, you're going to plot negative and negative in this area. Okay, let's say you're going to plot positive 5, positive 1, you're going to plot it in this area. And let's say you're going to plot a positive and a negative, positive 4, negative 3, you're going to plot it in this area. Okay, so those are some general rules when it comes to plotting coordinates. As you can see, you're going to plot a negative and a positive in this section. You're going to plot a negative and a negative in this section. You're going to plot a positive and a positive in this section. And you're going to plot a positive and a negative in this section. And there are just a few more things you need to always realize. Whenever you're plotting a coordinate, always remember that you're going to start on the x-axis first. So you're going to find a number on the x-axis, then you'll go up and down to the y-axis, depend on the number that you're looking for. So a good example, if we're looking for negative 3, positive 2, first thing we have to do is to locate the negative 3 first on the x-axis. Then we're going to locate the positive 2 on the y-axis. And that goes for each and every one. You'll always locate your x-axis first. So let's plot these 4 different coordinates for you to get a good understanding. So the first coordinate is always x, and the second coordinate is always y. So it's negative 3, positive 2. So we want to plot negative 3, positive 2. And remember, negative and positive is for this area. Positive and positive is for this area. Negative and negative is for this area. And positive and negative is for this area. So let's plot negative 3, positive 2. So the first thing we want to do is to come on the x-axis. It's always good to start at this point right in the center. So because it's negative and positive, it's in this section. So we want to locate negative 3. Here's negative 3. So now we want to go up to positive 2. And we're at positive 2, so we put our plot here. So negative 3, positive 2 is right around this area. And so we plot it. First, we found negative 3. Then we go up to positive 2, and it's plot. So negative and positive is in this section. So this is negative 3, positive 2. Okay, this next one, we want to plot positive 5, positive 1. So the first thing we want to do, we want to locate on your x-axis positive 5. We found positive 5 here. So positive 5, positive 1. So we want to locate positive 1. And positive 1 is like around here. So we put our plot. We're just plotting it. So this is positive 5, positive 1. So remember, the first thing we do, we find our positive on the x-axis first. And our first positive is positive 5. And our next positive is positive 1. So we come up to 1 in line with the 1. So we know that we're correct because it's positive 5, positive 1. So we plot that correct. So let's come over this side. Over this side now we want to plot a negative and a negative. So we want to plot negative 2, negative 3. So remember, the first thing you're going to do is to identify your number on the x-axis. So our first number is negative 2. So we come on the x-axis and identify negative 2. And our next number is negative 3. So we come down to the y-axis to negative 3. And it's right here, negative 2, negative 3. Problem is solved. So again, negative and a negative, you'll find it in this area. So we start at negative 2 on our x-axis and we come down to a negative 3 on the y-axis, and it's well plot. So let's do one more example. And this is the area whenever you plot a positive and a negative. So here we're going to plot positive 4, negative 3. Remember, our first number is always x, so it goes on the x-axis. And our next number is always on the y-axis. So the first thing we want to do is to locate a positive 4. So we come and we found our positive 4. And we want to find now negative 3. So we want to come down to negative 3. It's like around here. And we plot that. Make sure we plot it properly. So that's like around here. So remember, positive 4, we locate our positive 4, and we come on the y-axis and locate the negative 3. So it's well plot, positive 4, negative 3. Positive on your x-axis, negative on your y-axis. Remember, whatever you're plotting, it could be positive and positive and negative, but always remember that your first number that you're plotting will always be on the x-axis, and the next one you're going to locate it on the y-axis. So thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, you can subscribe for quick access to all the videos and lessons that will be posted. I trust that these lessons will help you. Any question, just send me a message in the YouTube comment section. Thank you.